Hi there, Charlie here, and welcome to what is basically going to be its own mini series here on the Light Language channel. Day insert number here at Omega. um, Tomorrow I leave for the Omega Institute, and I gotta tell you, this day and age, I have gotten really, really used to being able to research places through blogs and vlogs and just everything that people share their lives about, and in order to prepare, which for someone who's highly neurodivergent and very anxious is very helpful because I can feel settled and set and like I know what to expect. I couldn't really find that with the Omega Institute. I didn't really look at it for other holistic retreat centers for people working and living there, but couldn't find it. And there's obviously a lot of reasons for that, but part of it I do think is that most folks going there are probably not vlogging their life for a myriad of very good reasons. But that's what this channel is, and that's kind of what I'm here to do a little bit, share my experiences and my perspectives and our perspectives on what it means to be a collective existing in the world and existing in a spiritual space and a workspace where I guarantee you there have been other collectives that have worked there and obviously have been there for workshops, but they maybe weren't out or maybe they didn't even know that they were a collective. It's very common. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm referring to dissociative identity disorder. I'm just trying to reframe it and give it a new name because being a collective makes more sense to us. We are not dissociated and we are not a disorder. So, um, yeah, but so okay. Personal experience. I'm anxious. I'm really anxious. Um, we have between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow to get there. Because that's just the time frame of get there. I'm sure anytime later would be fine too, but that's the window we have been given to come pick up our information, get, here's where you will be. Um, Lunch is open. There's already so when you and this is part of what this series is. I'm trying to just explain to you what it's like. Should you ever be curious, hey, maybe I want to work at a holistic retreat center. Maybe that's a thing that will interest me. I don't know. Maybe it is. But I can tell you that there's very little information outside of, a couple of Glassdoor reviews. And I just want to give full lived experience. What can I say? But yeah, even starting tomorrow, there's classes. Like there's a class tomorrow, Alchemy of the Word with Brett Bevel. I will sometimes be using real names for things like that. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to be regaling you with stories and spilling all the tea of things, although I will probably be sharing at least a few, like, oh my God, this kind of thing is happening. But I'll also be writing because I know I'm going all over the place, but I'm frenzied. I'm scared. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure I've packed everything or have everything ready to be, properly packed away. But I'm even doing this in a car that's not mine. I'm borrowing an extra car, an older car that my in-laws had, so I had to learn how to drive stick shift 2 days ago, which has gone well. Yay! I know, added that to my life skills pack, but I am going as a person in need of healing physically, in need of healing from just life, and a person in a pivot. I'm in a life pivot. I'm going to this place because it was aligned for me to do so. Even when I applied, I got a golden ping. A little bell went off right in my heart chakra, and those don't happen very often. And when they do, they're important. The person that interviewed me said that working there changed her life. Other people have said similar things in small ways, and I'm sort of documenting this because I know that I'm going into something that's going to be changing my life, and I'm doing so intentionally in ways that just make certain things easier, like changing eating habits, and certain things harder, kind of intentionally, like possibly finding alone time, because I'm at this place of transition and starting over a little bit in life, and this is just a really interesting way to go be somewhere different than I've ever been before, immerse myself in it fully, and see who we are when we come out the other side. And I want to bring you along for that journey a little bit. I won't be doing this every single day, but I will be giving regular updates about what life is like there. So, leading into it, what I had was my interview and offer, and yeah, one. As a person who's had to go through like 6 fucking rounds of interviews for things, I've worked in nonprofits my entire life. This place is a nonprofit. I'm a seasoned fucking professional. 6 interviews, really? Anyway, uh, no, because they just have a way of doing things. And yeah, I'm also going to be full transparency here. I'm getting minimum wage. I'm getting $16 an hour. I have to pay to stay there, which is about $20 a day. It's a little bit less than that, and a little bit less than $6 per meal. But it's as like a day, full day of stuff. So, yeah, my take home each week is going to be about $300-ish. Then taxes are taken out, right? So it's not really a place that you go to make money, obviously. You're going for a number of reasons, and I'm going to be in the energy of it. I'm going to be taking classes. They have staff classes. You get one when you're there for the full 6 months, full seasonal. You get to take one of the standard courses. I haven't signed up for mine yet. I was kind of going to get there tomorrow and get a little settled and then make my, this one, please. You get 3, like, first choice, second choice, third choice. And in the weeks leading up to this, there's been bits of information. I did not attend a Q&A last week because I was doing something else at the time that they were having it, and I didn't hear back from anybody at the People and Culture department to answer questions, but I kind of tuned in and checked in, and they were like, everything that's on the website and in the handbook, everything that you've already read, Charlie, is basically what they went over. I was like, okay, fine, cool, because they send out a handbook. Everything I read in the handbook says that anything about social media, about being there, is not a problem. Just be cool. Like, obviously, don't harass people. Don't. It was just a lot of like, don't be an asshole, which that's not really the brand that I try to put on here. I'll be honest, if things aren't working or if things are just feeling really misaligned. And yeah, the thing I'm most anxious about is being a collective, because I have so many experiences of people who were completely happy to have us around until they found out that we were a collective, and then everything changes. So I want to hope that a communal spiritual community is more open. So far, that's been my experience, because I have been more open with people in recent times, but those people are here in Richmond, Virginia. And in my experience so far in the northern part of the East Coast has not been so nice. I've been deeply traumatized by how I've been treated, by how we've been treated. So this is New York. This is not Connecticut or Massachusetts. So hoping it will be different. And these are people from all over the country and then all over the world. Like, and I'm not going to be like, I don't introduce myself. Hi, Charlie, we're a collective. No, I do that on here. I don't do that in person. I just don't know how those conversations are going to come out. It's always a pain in the ass to have to out yourself. It's so annoying. I hate it. I hate it so much because it's a misunderstood way of existing anyway, with all kinds of biases that have been put into people so that most of them only understand it from Hollywood, like, movie perspectives, and it's so annoying. Again, that's why I'm trying to go with collective. Spiritual folks, y'all understand collectives because you understand when people channel collectives. We are a collective. That's all you really gotta know. You're mostly going to be talking to Charlie, but you might not always be talking to Charlie. But also, if you're talking to someone who channels, you're also not always talking to that person, okay? Because sometimes you can't turn off the channeling. It just pops through. And also, it's like them, but like if it's them plus their higher self, That's like the expanded them, which isn't even them anyway, because it's the non-judgmental them. Anyway, 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 right, right, right. I'm scared. I'm scared of how others will interact with us. Um, I'm scared of having to mask because it's going to happen anyway. I mean, you're neurodivergent, you mask. You can't really not do it. You just do it. It just kind of happens. I don't know. I don't love being othered. I'm hoping that the light language and the Akashic record reading can be enough of a thing for people to focus on that nothing else will really matter. Not that we don't matter. We obviously do. See what I mean? It's just so complicated. Okay. So, I'm going to put that aside though. Take that. Okay. Um I'll feel anxious all the time. It's fine. It'll just hang out. Just a little anxiety sidecar. But yeah, leading up to this, last week I got my manager, because I'll be working in guest services. I got my schedule for the next 2 weeks, which I very much appreciated, because it, even though we will be going and being there for about 2 weeks before people start arriving, which is awesome and just allows everyone who's working there seasonally to, you know, decompress and get used to and gel as a staff before people start coming in. I don't know if I have no idea how other places work. That's probably the norm. Omega Institute has been around for 49 years, so they clearly know what they're doing. Um, but yeah, I'm excited, and yeah, really don't have much information beyond things like prepare for ticks, which I already permethrined all my stuff, so cool. Uh, I've got everything that I think I will need, and now that I have transportation of my own, if I need to get more, I can obviously get more. It's Rhinebeck. It's not the middle of nowhere. It's just I've wanted to restart this several times now, but I think it's important that you see just the scattered, anxiety filled, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just 6 weeks ago, I had Lyme disease and was kind of suicidal, to be completely honest with you. Again. Yeah, I know. It's one of those like, yeah, I wish I could tell you for the first time. No, no, not even a little bit. But stuck. It's fucking stuck. The fuck do I do with my life? Been trying, been doing all of the things, working on all of the everything, clearing and healing. Had just finally gotten family back online internally, and I felt like I was failing them because life was still not happening. Still the same everything. Everything externally was the same. Everything internally had been completely changed. Everything externally, not so much. Applying to this job saved us. It did. Already saved us. Because before we even had the interview, we had already completely shifted everything about what we were going to do, where we were going to live. And that was all it took. We started the pivot before getting to that interview. Now, with an incredible person who I now get to work for, who, when I just kept showing more of myself, admittedly, I did not share that we're a collective in the interview. I didn't. It was an hour and a half, actually. We talked for quite a while. But I didn't share that. But I was even nervous at the time to share the light language. And it just flowed. And when it did, she like lit up. And I was like, oh my God, you understand at least whatever. And she said she could see me there. And, you know, as an intuitive, when someone says something and it pings as truth, you're like, whoa, yes, I can too. I'm deeply, deeply grateful to have a place to work on my shit and write and explore and learn. And I know I started here before jumping off, but I already added the calendar because I have like a Google Calendar of like all the staff stuff. And seriously, I'll be getting there tomorrow. And then the first class I'm going to take, Alchemy of the Word. I mean, everyone who does a workshop there has written a book. Like it's like a prerequisite, I believe, to be doing workshops there. I'm going to a place filled with spiritual authors and teachers and speakers, and my throat chakra is still under construction. I'm not quite back yet. Because, yeah, got sick again last week. And then, yeah, we're doing things like, well, in addition to just orientation and training, like the first week, there's that group vortex healing, astrology of this whole season, dance lessons, breath work, grounding and energy balancing, a musical jam. There's open mic nights. Y'all, I've never lived somewhere like where I'm about to live. I've never done the camp thing, and it feels almost insulting to call it like adult spiritual summer camp, but a little bit. at least in part. I'm excited. I'm excited. Excited to take you with me. And I would just encourage you, anyone who's watching this, you came across this. This came into your life. You got quantumly entangled with me. You, as, a person, you as an angel having a human experience, are now entangled with my Akashic record container in my other Akashic record container of the YouTube channel itself. That's a pretty important connection. Not just because of like me and you, but just in general for humans. That's a really important connection. So the movement and pivot that I'm on is one that you've either stepped into yourself and are currently in the throes of, or you're about to. I asked the universe for help and change and growth and community. That's what I asked for, because that's what I've been desperately without for too long. This is how that got delivered. Me working a minimum wage job where I will have a bedroom and a shared bathroom, and I will be 600 miles away from my husband and my dogs for 6 months. And I won't know a single person there. But I have already encouraged at minimum 4 people to sign up and come to at least one workshop over the summer. And I'm pretty sure we don't get commission, but hey, come to the Omega Institute. Other people I've interacted with hear my pitch and they go, oh my God, yes, I will. And then they've already signed up. So I think it'll be a good time. And if you need anything in guest services, there's like 8 of us. So, come, ask for help. We will all be happy to help you. All right. Yeah, and yes, all of these are going to be rambly. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. Lots of talking. Lots of talking. And on this channel, there will be just other things. But day number at the Omega Institute, that's ongoing what's going on with Charlie and everyone in here with regards to their time living and working at a holistic retreat center. Big life change for I don't know yet, but I look forward to seeing what happens reasons. Okay. Well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Go find what will give you that little bell in your heart chakra. something completely unheard of for you. And if you don't know, start asking other people, because I got this idea from a fellow human being when I said, I don't know what to do. Have you considered? Blah. See what happens. All right, seriously. Bye. I love you. We'll talk soon.